guys, welcome back to my channel, Caribbean Hot Topics. Now today we are headed over there to Jamaica. Jamaica. Listen, y'all know Jamaica is full of scandal and mysteries, and it's a never-ending source of content, okay? But today I'm going to be talking about a case I have been following very closely for the past couple of months. And it's a case of a father and son duo and the 3 dead wives between them. Now, before we get into the video, you know what to do. Please hit that subscribe button so I can keep you informed about all the shenanigans going on around us, and be sure to share it with your friends and your family as well, okay? And like the video. I put in a lot of work here, you know. I put in a lot of work to bring you detailed information. So just show a little appreciation and just give it a thumbs up, okay? So let's get straight into the video because we have a lot to unpack here. On July 20th, reports were made to the local authorities that there was a strange blaze coming from a place in Jamaica called Sherwood Forest. Firefighters rushed to the scene, and upon outing the blaze, they discovered the partially burnt body of 32-year-old Tonya McDonald with her throat slashed open. Now, Tonya's husband, Everton McDonald, also known as Beachy Stout, who's 65 years old, a very prominent businessman in Portland, Jamaica, came to the scene of the crime, and he gave a positive identification that that was in fact his deceased wife and that was her vehicle. About 2 weeks after the discovery, on August 5th, police arrested Denvelin Minot, Asha Bands, and guess who else? Everton, the grieving husband, McDonald. Yes, they arrest all 3 of them for the murder of Tonya McDonald. Well, Denvelin Minot decided he ain't going down, so he ain't about to spend the rest of his life in jail. Not he. So what did he do? He copped a plea. He copped a plea deal, and he started spilling the beans on what actually took place on that fateful day. Now, Denvelin told investigators that he, Beachy Stout, the husband, hired him to murder his wife for 3 million Jamaican dollars. That's about $10, okay? I'm just joking, man. It's $21,000 US dollars. But Beachy didn't just stop there. He ain't just stopped there. He specifically stated how he wanted his wife to die. He did not want her to be shot up. He wanted her to be stabbed to death and then set on fire. Now tell me if that is not the height of wickedness. This man basically wanted to ensure that his wife, who he vowed to love and protect, suffer and know that she was being murdered in that moment. Can you understand the level of trauma and torture that woman experienced, being stabbed up, knowing that this man, she just picked up this man to take her life? You don't understand the level of evil that is required for someone to stab someone to death, like something so up close and personal. It's a whole different ball game than shooting someone or poisoning someone. Like, you are literally feeling the life come out of their body from your bare hands. That is diabolical. That is pure evil, okay? So anyway, this Denvelin decide he ain't gonna kill Tonya just so. Not he. Maybe he wasn't bold enough, so he decided he's gonna hire somebody else to do it. So Beachy hired Denvelin. Denvelin subcontracted somebody who he said he only knew as the Youth, okay, to carry out the murder for him. So according to the Jamaica Gleaner, Denvelin revealed that on the night of July 20th, Tonya picked him up in her vehicle and He indicated to her that he was going to pick up another man. So she went, she picked him up, and they all traveled to Sherwood Forest. He then said that the youth asked Tonya to stop and turn around the car as they approached this three-way intersection. Minot recalls stepping out of the vehicle after Tonya pulled over, causing her to become fearful. "Where you go? Me afraid you not see stay around here dark." That is what he said she said. Now according to Minot, the other man also got out of the car before quickly getting back in. He said the youth grabbed her around the headrest and they were wrestling. He said he then saw the youth repeatedly stabbed her and he saw blood coming from her two sides and her back and her neck. Minot said that the man had a bottle containing some flammable liquid and the car caught on fire, and Minot left the scene to call Everton McDonald. Minot, apparently racked with guilt, broke down in tears, crocodile tears, as he recounted to detectives his role in Tonya McDonald's death. "Miss Mac trusts me too much. She believe in me and me make she go up there," he said through tears. What tears? Where your tears was when the man was stabbing him up? Where was your guilt when the man started to stab her? You didn't try to intervene to stop it. You didn't have no kind of guilt there. You stayed there and you watched it unfold. But now you get caught, all of a sudden you have guilt, and now you want to save your backside by trying to cop a plea deal when you basically drive this woman to she death for a little pocket change. But anyways, Denvelin, he pleaded guilty and he was given a sentence of 19 years. However, he's going to be eligible for parole in 10 years. Meanwhile, Asher Barnes, I don't know if this Asher Barnes is the youth what he talking about, but Asher Barnes and Beachy Stout pleaded not guilty. But here's the kicker. Tonya was Beachy's second wife, and 11 years ago, Beachy lost his first wife also to murder. Coincidence? Lightning does strike twice in the same spot? Anyway, here's what they're saying about that first case now. On the 2nd of May 2009, Marilyn McDonald, aka Petal or Pearl, she left her business place sometime around 10 p.m. and headed home with her grandson. Now when she arrived, she jumped out of her vehicle, heading to the back of the vehicle to get her grandson when she was ambushed by two coward gunmen who shot her multiple times in her head. Now, it is alleged that Beachy was having a long-time affair with a young lady. And guess who that young lady was? You guessed it. Tonya, his second murdered wife. Now, word on the street is that some days prior, Marilyn had a confrontation with Tonya regarding the affair she was having with Beachy Stout. Then all of a sudden, days later, Marilyn is shot down in cold blood. And to date, no one has been arrested for that murder. But now that Tonya was brutally killed, and they realized, well, wait, this man can't be so bad lucky, they decided to reopen the first wife's murder case and re-examine the evidence to see if Beachy Stout had something to do with that. And let me tell you something. I will not be surprised if after they have reviewed everything and start investigating that case again, that it comes out that Beachy was also behind that murder. Now let me move on to his son. So his son lives in San Antonio, Texas. And right now, he's in state prison, charged with the death of his wife, Andreen McDonald. What's the saying? The apple don't fall too far from the tree. So Andreen was last seen on Thursday, February 28th, 2019. And when she failed to show up to work, a couple of her friends showed up to her house to check on her. No one was answering, so they walked around the yard. They noticed there's some remnants of a fire in the backyard, which they found to be strange. But they came upon a door that was unlocked. they let themselves in and went up to the master bedroom, and they saw blood on the light switch in the master bathroom. Blood and hair. So it said that the woman left the house and went to Andrene's mother to bring her back to the house. And upon returning, they bumped into Andre and was unable to get any information out of him. They're asking him, like, where is Andrene? They can't get in touch with her. Where is she? He's not giving them any information. And so they become concerned, because one of these friends had been told by Andrene before that if she ever went missing, or if she was ever murdered, that Andre would have been the one responsible. So they called the police and indicated their concerns, and so the police went out to do a wellness check on the property. Now when the police searched the house, the police found her purse, ID, keys still at the house. And when they questioned Andre about where his wife was, he told them that they had a fight the night before and she went to be treated at Baptist Emergency Hospital. Well, I don't know if he didn't expect that the police was going to call to find out. The police called and they recognized that not a thing was up. So they went back to him and said, well, your wife ain't there, so which part she be? So he said, well, in that case, I don't know where she is. So they got a search warrant from the courts and they went to his house again, this time to be able to take evidence with them, etc. So after a second search was done on the house, the police found a torn up receipt that showed that around the time of Andrene's disappearance, he purchased a shovel, an axe, a hatchet, heavy-duty large garbage bags, gloves, 2 5-gallon gas cans, a burner barrel. Alright? So you just felt like becoming a lumberjack during the time your wife went missing? What's all this about? Anybody know these things here being bought and somebody gone missing? Everybody know that this is what is used typically to get rid of a body. That's what they found on the receipt, and those same items were found in the trunk of his car, in addition to some heavy coveralls that were found in a trash can. Now they also recognized a second patch of fire that was not there the day before, and they realized that Andre was trying to get rid of evidence, and so they charged him that day with tampering with evidence, and he spent about a month in jail before he bailed himself out after they reduced the price. I think they originally had it about $2 million. They reduced it to $300,000. 134 days later, on July 11th, the skeletal remains of Andrene McDonald was found and identified through dental records. Now, police believe that their daughter, who is 6 years old and is also on the autism spectrum, may have witnessed parts of the murder. Because what is being reported is that the family observed this child playing in the backyard, playing with her doll. When she laid her doll down on the ground, put a circle of rocks around it, start breaking up sticks over the dolls, and then asking for the fire. Wow. The fact that he could do that in front of his child is just the height of evilness. That's just cold-blooded brutality. Just wicked. Like, how do you do that to the mother of your child? I hope that the law sort of look at them. I hope they get the harshest penalty, because I just don't understand why is it that people feel like they could just get up and take away somebody's life like that. It doesn't matter what was going on in the relationship. There were voice notes being circulated about Tonya McDonald saying that she was cheating on him.
Or comes Beachy either meet her up there or send man up there go kill her. When me tell her say sassy bad. Just a week and a half ago, Sassy left go what you go to RJ party again with Shelly, then Beachy find out and beat it, nearly kill it.
the reality is we don't know her story. We don't know what she was dealing with. Okay, we don't know what she was dealing with in that house. And so there are rumors being circulated as if it is justification for this man to decide that he's going to pay to have her brutally stabbed, have her throat slashed, and set on fire like she's some piece of trash, eh? And you know they have these people, they have some persons who feel like because they have a little bit of money and a little bit of power, that they feel like they could get away with anything, they could treat people any old how. They feel like they can literally get away with murder. I believe that is what Beachy Stout represents. I don't understand how anyone can make a vow to love somebody, to cherish somebody, to take care of somebody, and still get to a point of such hatred and such anger that you can take the life of that person that you were supposed to love and protect. I just don't understand how it gets to that point. It's really sad that these women ever met these men, not recognizing who they really were. There's something called divorce. If you don't want to be with the person anymore, you file for divorce and you move on with your life. What is this thing about killing your spouse when you don't want to be with them anymore? It has to come to an end. It has to stop. We have to know to control ourselves. So what you mean, if you can't have them, nobody else is supposed to have them, they're supposed to live? That can't be right. So I hope that they get the harshest penalty that the law can give them. I hope they get the harshest penalty, because those persons deserve to pay. And pay with their lives, actually. I wouldn't mind if they get a death penalty in the backside. Well, I don't know about Andrea. I don't believe Andrea really stand a chance because it's Texas City, and Texas loves to execute them people over there. But anyways, that is all I have for you guys tonight. If you have any information on this case that you want to share, hit me up in the comments, send an email. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. I have so much more to share. Hit the like button, share it with your friends. Okay, share it with your friends. As a matter of fact, there is this popular thing going on right now called the susu flower or the bloom flower, some story, right? Susu something, okay? I am sure you've heard of it before. I want us to start our little Susu subscriber circle, our Susu subscriber flower. Alright? So your task is to go out there and find 2 people to subscribe to this channel. And then when they subscribe, they need to go find 2 persons to subscribe and let it continue and let this channel grow. Okay? So we have a little Susu subscriber flower here. Blessings flower. Okay? That's all I ask. Ain't too much, it's just a click. It's just a click. Okay? So anyways, see you guys until next time. Bye!